A woman had always despised her brother-in-law. He was the type of man who believed he was the main character, arrogant, self-absorbed, consumed by toxic alpha male podcast content that glorified dominance over women. Months ago, he made a devastating decision. He announced he wanted to open their marriage. He threatened to leave his wife if she didn't agree. Almost immediately, he brought home a young college student and moved her into their home. The girlfriend was rude, irritating, entitled, acting as though she'd won some prize. The woman's sister withdrew completely. She became depressed, stopped inviting anyone over except her sister. Only the woman knew about the open relationship her sister kept hidden out of shame. A few days ago, the woman visited because her sister was sick. What she discovered was far worse than physical illness. Her sister confessed she was having suicidal thoughts, the same ones she'd struggled with in high school when she'd attempted suicide multiple times. Her sister's voice broke as she explained. Her husband had threatened to leave her if she didn't open the marriage. She'd agreed out of fear. Now she felt trapped, dirty, disgusted. "I hate him," she sobbed. "I just want to die." The brother-in-law was listening outside the bedroom door. He burst in, instantly defensive, yelling, "No human is monogamous. It's normal for men to want to fuck younger women. It's normal for women to look for older men. You need to just accept this." The sister was crying, shaking. He moved closer, gripping her arm tightly, his fingers digging into her skin as he tried to force her into submission through volume and intimidation. The woman felt something snap inside her. The scene reminded her viscerally of their childhood, of their father, who had behaved exactly this way with their mother. The same manipulative language, the same aggressive posturing, the same expectation that women should submit. She told him to stop. He ignored her completely, continuing to grip her sister's arm, continuing to yell. So the woman did something she'd never done before. Something her police training had prepared her for. She threw herself at him, fists flying. She knew where to hit, trained muscle memory guiding her strikes. One of those hits landed on his colostomy bag. The bag ruptured. He collapsed in pain. He had to be taken to the hospital to repair the damage. Not life-threatening, but he'd have bruises. The instant he fell, everything changed. Her sister, who moments ago had been sobbing about wanting to die, who had confessed to hating her husband, suddenly became his defender. She turned on the woman with fury. "You shouldn't have been violent with him. He didn't deserve that." The woman was stunned, heartbroken. Her sister was now with him at the hospital, by his side, acting as though he was the victim. The same man who had threatened to leave her? The same man who had moved another woman into their home. The same man who had gripped her arm and yelled while she sobbed about suicide. Now he was an angel in her sister's eyes. The woman understood, intellectually, that this was the cycle of abuse. Victims often defend their abusers, especially immediately after an intervention. The psychological bonds created by manipulation don't dissolve just because someone steps in. Her sister had even talked about divorce, about wanting to leave him. But now, faced with his injury, she'd reverted to protection mode. The woman felt lost, frustrated, worried, sick about her sister's mental health. She'd acted to protect her sister from what she perceived as an escalating situation, using the training she had. But now she was being painted as the villain. Had she crossed a line? Should she have called the police instead? Was violence ever justified, even when trying to protect someone you love from psychological harm? She didn't have answers. She only had the image of her sister's tear-stained face, the sound of her brother-in-law's voice echoing their father's manipulation, and the sinking realization that sometimes saving someone means losing them, at least temporarily. What do you think about this situation? Was the woman wrong to physically intervene when her brother-in-law was gripping her sister during a mental health crisis? What advice would you give to someone watching a loved one trapped in an abusive relationship? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and follow this page for more.